Hey, it's ramb0steve. I thought I'd start you off with some inspirational quotes on this video. I know I said I'd be giving updates on this old girl, but guy's been a little bit busy with just about everything other than working on it. But this late Saturday evening, I actually came to the farm with the old thick girl there on the scale. She's, I don't know, she's pushing 4140 with a car seat and two, I don't know how many eggs I got, 18, two 18 pack. I can't do math. It's gotta be like 32 eggs, just a guess. But she's 4140, she's pretty thick. But she goes good. But yeah, I figured I'd give you an update. I haven't worked on this thing, but I've been doing some sick research. A while ago I did talk to some guys, but doing some research on the old interwebs. The key to success is, you can't really see it, it's kind of dark, but that old exhaust manifold on these 60 series, they like to crack, which I think it might be where my exhaust leak is coming from. But either way, we want to get rid of it. We're going to get a ported and polished and ceramic coated exhaust manifold from either Pittsburgh Power or Bully Dog, or who knows, we'll see where we get it from. But they're all claiming 30% more airflow and a drop of a decent drop in exhaust gas temp. I think they're saying like 100 degrees Fahrenheit drop in exhaust gas temp. So, and then they're advertising a 3/4 gain fuel economy. But when we do that, we're going to upgrade this turbo. This turbo really needs to get upgraded. You see this piece of shit here? That's what they call a wastegate. Trash. You don't want it. No good. No, it's just, really I should just take a vice grip and pinch it, but that's really not the problem. We're going to upgrade this thing to a bigger turbo. It's going to flow more air. It's just going to be bigger, badder. The new turbo is going to be good for 700 horse. Right now this thing is going to max out at about 500. That's what it's rated for. The reason they put the wastegate on there, it's a little smaller turbo, but the research I was doing online, it spools pretty quick. So with that aftermarket big turbo, it's not going to spool as good, so it'll be a little bit delayed. But to combat that, we're going to get an exhaust blanket for the exhaust housing, and we're going to keep her nice and warm so she flows good all the way out the back. What I like about this thing, no emissions. It's just straight through. Then we're probably going to run like straight pipes. This muffler's pretty minty, but I'm thinking just a big stack out the top. So like when you hit that Jake brake, guys in 3 counties over know that you hit it, especially with this big turbo. So yeah, with that turbo, they say that's good for like 700. I don't ever want to hit that. I mean, I don't want to hit that. There's block. I mean, if it had 700, everyone would use it all the time, and I'm pretty sure the block would crack. But that turbo will push 700 all day long. So yeah, but our exhaust gas temps will be lower with that ceramic coated manifold and that bigger turbo. That the air will just be out, in and out. So when we do that, so I've been researching that, not really working on it, but doing some research. And there's some myths going around on the old interwebs. I mean, you believe everything you read, but on this here is the return line. And on the return line from factory, there's a restriction on the fitting that goes into the head. And guys say just drill it out one hole bigger than it is, because it'll help flow more fuel. I'm not sure why that'll help, because you drill out the return, that means you're losing rail pressure for the injectors, which, I mean, it seems like a bad idea, but there's people on the interwebs are talking, you want to drill that out a little bit so that you get more return. I'm not sure. I don't quite follow the reason, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more digging before I get in there with a drill bit. But yeah, just another thing we're working on, because like when we get the turbo done, which you can see there, here you can even see the manifold. It's just, it ain't pretty. We're going to get a ceramic coated one. So when we improve air, we need to hit it with fuel. But most of what we can hit with fuel is all computer. With these DDEC, this is a DDEC 4. We just got to get the right programming. I mean, this thing will push 700 just, and then you can like adjust it on the fly. You can be like stock 500, or like, holy shit, that guy in his long-nosed Pete needs his ass kicked. You just dial her up to 500 plus. Like 515 doesn't cut it, you go to 550. If that doesn't cut it, well, you just jump straight to 6. And if you ain't pulling on them, then just push her to 7. But when you're at 700, they say you got to watch your EGTs, your exhaust gas temps. You don't want to be melting down the motor. So yeah, this thing will be like a good puller. One of these days, I'm going to fire it up and run it across the scale. I'm curious to see what she weighs. I got a nice tidbit picking it up on Monday for this truck. She ain't going to get it right away, but we picked up something to pull behind her. And dang, she's pretty. So Monday you'll get an update on that. So as always, quantity over quality. And remember those inspirational quotes from earlier in the day. That's the best I can do for you. I mean, that's quantity over quality is there's no other words to describe those quotes. It's just what they are. So like, comment, and subscribe. Rambo Steve out.